Okay, so we have a biology question that says study the food web for organisms. When they say food web, it's just a diagram showing how organisms are being eaten by another organisms. In simple terms, just a diagram which shows how energy is flowing within the system. Now they're saying how many herbivores are given. When they say herbivore, it simply means animals that feeds on plant. Okay, now you need to understand that this plant here, it is a producer, so it is the one which starts the food web or the food chain. Why? Because it's able to produce its own food. So meaning once the food is being produced by the cabbage, then it will be eaten by animals which do not make their own food. Now animals in this case, we classify them to say they are consumer because they eat other organisms. Okay, now we check. Amongst these we have the vulture, the bird, the human, the lion, the rabbit, and the grasshopper and the cabbage. Now amongst these are saying how many herbivores. So you check, you count the number of herbivores which are given. Now remember, herbivores are those animals that feeds on plant. So grasshopper is feeding on plant, human is feeding on plant, on this plant, a rabbit is also feeding on this plant. This simply means cabbage is being eaten by this, cabbage is being eaten by this, cabbage is being eaten by this. So how many are they? 1, 2, 3. So the answer here it is 3. Of course, I know you may be thinking to say, how about these other ones? These other ones, they fall under a different class of organisms. For example, this one falls under carnivore, which feeds on what? Grasshopper. This one falls under carnivore, which feeds on what? On meat.